Well, that was definitely something. So Wuthering Heights released this weekend, and it is an 18th century romance based on the 1847 novel. As far as this review goes, I will be solely talking about the movie and not really how it adapted the book, because I haven't read the book. I don't expect this review to get a ton of clicks or anything, so I'll probably just leave this one a little bit less edited. So with that said, let's get into it. And the basic setup here is we have two kids that are mistreated and they trauma bond together, which leads to a obsession with each other their entire lives. I'm just gonna tell you right here, this really isn't my type of movie. The marketing team, they did a great job at putting this movie out on Valentine's Day weekend, so my lady wanted to go see it, so I took her out to go watch it for Valentine's Day. And now I'm making a review about it. Jumping into some of the best stuff about the movie, I will say that the cinematography is very well done. Like, every shot of the movie, it looks very good. And it does a really good job with the set pieces and the costume designs to really place you in that time period, or at least what we would dramatize it to be. And so visually, yes, the movie looks great. Another thing I'll say is I wasn't really bored when watching the movie. It had really good pacing and was able to hold my attention, and there wasn't really any like points where it really dipped. That's because some of the stuff that didn't in here is really crazy, but I'll throw it in the positive section here because I don't have a ton of things that I enjoyed about the movie. So the last thing I will throw in here is it really was funny at times. There were a few jokes in there that I did get a chuckle out of. I mean, it wasn't like laugh out loud humor or anything, and it wasn't like constant humor. I mean, this is a romance, not a comedy, but I wasn't expecting it to be as funny as it was. But that's pretty much where my positives end, so let's talk about some of the worst stuff. And I think my main issue with this movie is I just didn't like either of the main characters. Yes, you feel bad for them when they're kids, but when they become older, they don't really grow up. And the whole movie is trying to make you root for this romance between our main characters. But these characters can be so mean and so cruel at times that you just don't really want to root for their success. So I ended up just not caring or having any emotion towards our main characters, other than being mad at them because decisions that they make are hurting all of these people around them and they just don't care. Heathcliff character, the male protagonist in the movie, his characteristics flip very suddenly towards the back half of the film. I wasn't really sure they did enough to earn that because he goes into some really weird places that I was just kind of taken aback by. The ending felt pretty abrupt as well, and I was reading about the movie before recording this, and what I read was where this movie actually ends is about halfway through the book. So maybe that's the reason it kind of felt this way, I don't know. Overall, if you enjoy these like 18th century style romance movies, I think you're gonna enjoy this one. I think it did enough to appease the people and the fans that actually enjoy these types of movies. As for me, I'm gonna be giving this movie a 45 out of 100. It just isn't my thing. I can appreciate who it is for, and I can also appreciate some of the things that I talked about in the positives with the cinematography and costume designs and the way that the movie was shot and how it really did look really good. I can appreciate that, but as a whole, it's just not really my thing. But that's just my thoughts. Be sure to let me know yours down in the comments. Subscribe if you want to become my newest best friend. Thank you so much for watching, and keep talking nerdy.